Dear doctors, welcome to the world of energy-based medicine. Today, I would like to discuss with you about the management of headache as per TCM. There are many reasons people are having a headache. The TCM describes various etiology, especially the emotional stress, constitutional deficiency, overwork, irregular diet, excessive sexual activity, external pathogenic factor, trauma, and childbirth. We will go through each and every steps how and what basis people are having a headache because of this etiological factor. So we know that due to a constitutional deficiency, maybe the parental essence may not be in a good strength, the mother blood is not in a sufficient nature, so that maybe that child may have a continuous headache. And during gestational period, if the mother doesn't consume proper nutritious food, there may be a chance for headache for the baby. And we know that the traditional Chinese medicine talk more about the emotions, like each and every emotions which we have: anger, worry, sadness, grief, shock, pensiveness affects the energy flow, that is a chi flow. So the people, they'll have a defect in energy flow, they will have a possibility of headache. We will go through which emotions and what will be the reactions of the chi. For example, anger, which will uprise the chi excessively, maybe there is a chance for headache. Worry, which is due to a pensiveness, which affects the spleen chi, that is the main reason for the headache. Sadness and grief, especially, that affects the lung and heart chi, so the people will have excessive liver yang, that causes a headache. Fear, the kidney which consumes too much of chi, so the chi deficiency is a primary cause due to fear. Shocking syndrome, the chi will suspend and the spleen chi doesn't flow properly, so that is a reason for a headache. Now we'll move on to the exact pathology. What is exact pathology in headache? There are four main pathologies which involves excess yang or a deficiency of yang, excess yin or a deficiency of yin. What exactly this means? Excess yang or a deficiency of yang, excessive yin or a deficiency of yin. The excess yang relates to liver yang rising or liver fire, excessive liver fire. What causes the liver yang rises? For example, when you do a overwork, or when you are not taking a proper rest, or when you are having too much of emotions like anger, frustrations, during this time, the demand from the liver rises, that causes liver yang excess. Because of this excess phenomena, the windy appearances, especially the area of the head, too much of wind flow towards this area, which causes an agitation that makes painful sensation to the individual. So this kind of a pain is an intense pain and a throbbing pain. So be clear, when the patients are having an intense pain and a throbbing pain, those kind of a pain is related to liver yang excess. The second pathology would be deficiency of yang, especially some people, they may skip their breakfast, or they may have too much of a worry, too much of a fear. Those kind of people, due to pensiveness or various emotions which affects the spleen and stomach chi, that leads to deficiency of stomach chi, kidney yang deficiency, which causes yang obstruction towards the head. When you think, you need a lot of energy supply towards the head so that you will have a clarity in your thinking process. You will have a clarity in your work which you are doing. So when there is an obstruction of the yang process from the kidney level or from the spleen level, that causes threatening headache. The third pathology would be excessive yin. This kind of a pain is a dull pain, an intense pain. See, when we talk about the excessive yin, you just imagine when there is a flood, in the macrocosmic appearance, when there is a flood on the earth, the traffic will be completely jammed, so you cannot move freely. Similar kind of a reaction is happening within our body. When you have excessive heat, that heat develop a lot of fluid accumulations in that surrounding area that causes a jam, like a disturbances at the brain level. This phenomena is known as an excessive yin, and this kind of a pain is a dull pain and intense pain. The last but not the least is a deficiency of yin, which is either due to a blood deficiency or yin deficiency, which means the body fluid may be deficient. So there is no abundant supply of a blood and body fluid, which leads to indeficiency pattern of a pain. So this pain is a dull pain, mild pain, but it is appear in a chronic nature. So generally you classify the pain based on the intensity, severity, throbbing pain, dull pain. So when it is a dull, very less severity, which is called yin pattern, yin pathology, either it is yin excess or yin deficient. In case of intensive throbbing pain, that is fall under yang deficiency or yang excess. These are all the four main pathology which involves in the headache. You have to select the points accordingly.